Today we'll break down the loss I took on 6C. Yes, we also talk about losses here, and we'll look at the bias for the day ahead. Let's get it. Alrighty, here we are on the calendar. It's Jimmy Trades here. Thank you for joining us today. Guys, we are extremely close to 2,000 subs. It's been an amazing couple of weeks. We are starting to see some growth, which is awesome. We just keep providing good quality content and the subscribers will come, I guess. That's just what we do. So I'm very grateful. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you aren't subscribed, please hit that subscribe button now. Help me get to 2,000 subs. And be sure to like the video. Also, feel free to comment and let me know your thoughts, how you're traveling, what you think the market might do today as well. It all helps the algorithm push the channel far and wide. Alrighty, on the calendar, we have 8:30 a.m. news today. It's been a quiet week on the news front. We finally have that 8:30 news, which is great. We'll get the news out the way, get that volatility injection, and then also look at the 9:30 open as well. Alrighty, so trade cautiously there, guys, if you are in a position prior to that 8:30. All right, let's look at the trade first and foremost from yesterday. It was on a prop account, so you can't see the executions, but I will flash a image up here of the trade itself, which will show the executions on it. But simply, I was looking for the 4 hour. If we roll back to the 4 hour, this is what I was looking for. We had the 4 hour candle closure back inside the range of the previous candle. We also came out of a 4 hour bullish FEG. So my bias for the morning session was bullish. Okay, so it's pretty straightforward. Looking at a bullish setup. Now, actually, I'm going to duck back to the 4 hour here quickly because I want to just mark out something. I want to mark out the equilibrium of this candle, and I'll show you why. Because this will probably help give us some insight as to why I got stopped out. All right, so I've got a couple of things going on here. We have our standard deviation projections. So this is the leg that I ran the projections off. We got into the trade when we closed through this level here, and then we got support there and we were waiting for 10 o'clock. So what we wanted to do was wait for 10 o'clock open, and we closed above these opposing candles here as well. So at that moment in time, I got into the position up around here somewhere, and I put my stop at the low. Now, unfortunately, my stop at the low wasn't enough. Price slowly edged down, and then I got stopped out of the position. I didn't re-enter the position because of time. 11 a.m. is my cutoff because of my region from where I trade from. Being in Australia, it's getting very early in the morning, I guess you could say. It's around that 1 a.m. So that's my cutoff because I also have another business to run and need to get some rest. So I got stopped out of this position. What I marked out here was the equilibrium of the buyer's wick from that C2 or that candle closure back inside the range on the 4 hour. So what I've done, and the reason I marked that out, is for the main fact that if we had our stop positioned below the equilibrium, there's a greater chance that we would have stayed in this position. Now, I targeted out the Asia high. That's why this is up here. But you can see that if we just targeted 2R, you might have had a trail on or something like that, but we would have been well and truly safe. After this liquidity sweep here, price didn't look back. Okay, it just continued to move forward in that upward direction for the remainder of that morning session and into lunch. So actually, really valid trade. It was just our positioning of the stop loss that was misplaced or misread. We were trading away from these failure swings here. So it made sense that, I guess, price came back there. I just misread that at the time. We also see that price respected the equilibrium of this order block here. So even if I just put my stop, below these lows, I would have been probably, it would have been a better choice. The equilibrium of the 4-hour wick definitely would have protected us as well. So that was that trade loss there. Yes, it went to TP, so our idea was great. The stop loss placement was not so great. So we learned from it and we move on to the next. Right, let's push out to the daily and we'll start with NQ. So not surprising that price ultimately was fairly indecisive yesterday. And the reason for that is you can see that price is wedged between opposing PD arrays. We've got a bullish and a bearish FEG that price is stuck between here. Currently, today's price is an inside bar. The low hanging fruit is previous day high. So I would like to see previous day high swept. That could give us a bullish idea, a retracement before open. Maybe will give us an opportunity to get in for a long position. But I would be a little bit cautious about price today. The news might drop and actually give us a better indication. So when you come into the market before open there, always check your bias. ES, well, ES is very close to all-time highs. ES, NQ being correlated, that would work with the NQ bias as well, moving higher. And I anticipate that might be the case for ES. Then it'll be a matter of how do we react to that level. YM also looking to move to the high here from Friday the 22nd of August. And it's quite clean. It's actually quite nice structure out of the bullish FEG here. So if we can see all three assets moving in the one direction there, then our bullish bias is likely to play out. So looking for the high here. All right, oil. Interesting. Okay. So this bullish FEG has held, and we can see that price wasn't the strongest yesterday, but we did sweep the low and push back up into the range. We still have this devil's mark here for price to reach for, and at the moment we're currently respecting the equilibrium of the previous day's range. I'm using the whole candle here just because it's quite a small candle. If it was this candle, I'd just use the body, for example. So that's looking reasonably bullish at the moment. Moving to gold, continuing to get these closures above previous day highs. We have swept previous day high already, but if we can hold the range here, even if we do dip down and we can hold the equilibrium of the buyer's wick from yesterday, then I'd anticipate price to continue to move higher here. Dixie is still inside this range. We did get a nice candle closure back inside the previous day's candle here, back inside Tuesday's candle. Insight to order flow, are we going to see price move lower? I want to see more information at the moment. What does the 4 hour look like? Yeah, so the 4 hour is looking bearish to me. We've come out of this bearish FEG here, and we are moving lower off of that. All right. Euro. Look at that daily candle on Euro there. Just monster buyers week. With that said, I'd anticipate price to continue to be bullish. We have swept previous day highs, so keeping that in mind. If we do dip lower, then we want to see the equilibrium of this buyers week respected. And the pound, not quite as an impressive buyers week, but it is there. So again, let's look for this high here as a potential draw, along with the devil's mark here. Jumping over to crypto. Bitcoin's had a little bit of a move today so far. We are edging our way up into this bearish FEG, so we need to watch this level here. If price does reach up into that level, how does it react? All right, because at the moment we're moving from internal to internal, but we could see a rejection off that level. All right, so let's keep an eye on that, but remaining bullish. Ethereum, I like that we have swept. Let's clear some of this off here. We have swept previous day low, so I do like that. We are getting a nice bullish candle here at the moment, so I'm going to look for price to reach to that previous day high. It's nice because we are coming out of this bearish FEG. But we did sweep previous day low first, so I like that. Previous day high, next target into that FEG. I'd like to see that mitigated. In other words, I want to see price close through that, and then we can target new all-time highs. Well, thanks for joining me today, guys. I appreciate your time. Be sure to subscribe to the channel. Don't forget, you can grab your discounted prop firm accounts with code JimmyTrades for Tradeify, code Jimmy for Apex. Always the best deals. All right, guys, take care. Bye for now.